at last year's roster and you see the amount of talent you have on that. How'd you go into this year knowing that you usually try to one-up yourself every year?
Well, this is a different type of an event. We knew we wanted to bring McTague in. They're going to be nationally ranked. They're one of the top 10 teams in the country. But when you bring a team from Georgia in, academies are not allowed to come back because Georgia's state association rules. So with that aspect, we thought, who else can we bring in that's maybe not available when we bring academies in next time, and that brought us to California. I was trying to look for a nice mix of proven talent, people that we know. I kind of fell into a situation with Paul VI. I texted Glenn after their trip to Europe, and I said, if you keep beating everyone like this, I'm going to have to bring you back faster. And his immediate response was, just send me the contract. They'll have the best backcourt in the country. So I think we'll have great games. We'll still have, I think right now we have over 10 nationally ranked kids in the field. We'll have 4 or 5 teams that are ranked in the top 25 in the country. Again, like a couple of years ago, it'll be one of those events where everybody can win a state championship that's playing here.
2 SPS teams. I'm sure the SPS tournament has to love being able to do that, and they're both deserving.
Yeah, absolutely. We pride ourselves on the fact that we don't just put someone in the event to have a name in there. Both of these teams, if you've watched basketball this year at all, you realize they competed. They competed with everybody that they played all year long. They have almost all of their kids coming back, and we're really proud of how they will represent us coming forward.
I guess, what do you go through each team for us? What did you kind of like about Central to put them on this stage?
If you look at Central and the basketball they play, they're just fun to watch. They push it. At one point, I think I was at the game against Ozark, and one of their kids went up, grabbed a rebound on a miss. There were 3 passes, maybe 1 dribble, and we had an in-the-air pass layup, kind of almost like an alley-oop, just not a dunk. So their basketball that they play, they can be flashy, they can be flamboyant, they can have fun, but it's fun to watch. They're fast.
What about Glendale?
Glendale has arguably one of the best point guards in Missouri. I think Amari is ranked 6th or 7th in the state. They've got a nice core group of seniors coming back, 2 or 3 seniors coming back, and then some great role players that just as a team, I've watched Coach McTague the last couple of years. He's really built something that's going to be fun to watch next basketball season.
What's it mean to get back and with this group of kids?
Well, it's awesome. We're very thankful to be invited next year. Our kids are excited. They've been talking about it for the last year, hoping that we would get the invitation, and just to see it realized and to see them get this opportunity is really, really special for our kids.
I know you love this tournament and you have your entire life. Just what's that like for a coach? Because it's not only the kids hoping for it for the last year. I'm sure you're sitting there like, hey, I love this thing. Let's get back in here.
Right. It's the best of the best. It's the biggest stage in high school basketball in the country. Get to play in front of 8,000 to 10,000 fans every night. So just to be on that stage and have the opportunity to go out there and do what we all love to do it's awesome.
You guys were in LA this year. How does something like that, a trip like that, prepare you for being in another big tournament like this?
Well, it's just you see different styles of play. We went out there and it was super physical, and it kind of paved the way for our season this year. It taught our kids how tough you have to be to go fight against really good competition. I think 3 of the teams we played out there won 20-plus games this year, so it was great competition for us as well. And to go travel and get to do all the things that the teams that come here get to do, that was special for our kids as well. So, and then again, just to be able to come here and play on the same stage and let teams come to us is just a really big deal for us.
What do you like about your team now looking at it? I know it's in the future, but that you like about their chances in the TFC?
We have tough kids. They're not going to be scared. We try to play the best competition we can in the summertime and go to tournaments like LA and just to expose them to the kind of competition they might see down the road. So everything we do is in preparation for something else, and putting them on this stage now just to see them perform and to see them go out there and do what they can do against the best teams in the country.
Josh brings up Amare up there just as kind of a feature attraction for your team. What makes him so so deserving going into his sophomore year that people are going to want to fill up the arena that you could come watch Glendale.
He's going to be really good. You know, he's a kid that people are going to be talking about for years to come, and he's a special player that has a great work ethic. That, you know, he's been in the gym almost daily since our season's been over, since he got over his knee injury in the postseason, and he's just got a unique skill set. He's got savvy and a unique feel for the game, and it comes easy for him. And he puts in the work, he puts in the time, and people are going to see that over the next 3 years.
He set the Glendale freshman scoring record, and that means something in this town. What's the ceiling for Amari?
You know, we'll see. I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him. You know, he's not afraid of anybody. You know, he thinks he's the best player on every court he plays on, and he plays with that confidence that he can go out there and compete with everybody in the country. And you know, we're looking forward to seeing what he can do and how he makes his teammates better. And just going forward, you know, I think the coaches around the country are going to take notice, and he's going to have opportunities to play well after high school.
Did you play in this thing?
Yeah, back in 2011, I was able to play with Nixa.
So just being able to get back there again, be the coach, just what's going to be, how's this going to be a little bit different for you? Just what do you picture?
I have to have a different approach, you know, being the head seat. I was fortunate enough to be a player. We were able to win a game when we came down here and played. I was able to coach alongside McTague as an assistant a few years back when Glendale was in it last. So it's definitely an exciting feeling now that I have the head reins for the tournament.
What's it mean to you? I mean, this is a team coming off its first winning season in a while. People are talking about how Central's been a team on the rise. You got it there, and now it's going to be on the biggest stage again.
Yeah, so it means a lot to be just recognized to be one of the local teams that they seem good, that they see good enough to be able to compete and play in this kind of tournament. It definitely means a lot to me because I started this 2 years ago. The same group of guys I started as freshmen, I have this next year. We'll have one senior as of right now, just one senior. So all these freshmen that I started with that got better each year, it's just an awesome feeling to be able to have that same group going into next year.
When looking at next year, what do you like about your team going into that tournament and really into next season?
I really like our play style. I like our athleticism. I think that's going to help us. We like to play fast, which a lot of these teams that come in like to play fast as well. So I think that's going to kind of work out for us to be able to compete and get up and down the floor with some of these really great programs that's coming.